SEBI, that is the Securities and Exchange Board of India, has one baseline objective: to protect the interests of the investors. And it is always striving in this direction. And now, from April 1st, 2025, SEBI is introducing a new set of regulations which aim at protecting investor interests, enabling better infrastructure for investors, stricter timelines for NFOs, and a new investment instrument launch to cater to the diverse set of investors. And not only this, but also new commission norms for fund distributors in order to curb mis-selling of products to investors. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Fintelligent Investor channel. I'm CA Pratiksha Pai. We endeavor to give you straightforward and educative videos on personal finance to reach our vision of financial literacy being made available to all. As an investor in mutual funds, this is a time for you to rejoice. SEBI is plugging a lot of loopholes and making the investing process easier, seamless, better, and more secure for the investors. There are going to be four new developments in the mutual fund atmosphere, and you, as an investor, should definitely be aware of this. So, watch till the end. If you feel my talking speed is slow, you can watch at a faster speed. Relevant timestamps are also given. Let's dive in. Launch of Specialized Investment Fund SIF, the first and most discussed and debated and awaited new development, is of course the introduction of a very new investment category, that is SIF. This new category will fall between mutual funds and PMS. It is touted to have a better return potential and will introduce short selling in mutual funds. It is more flexible than mutual funds, but also more safer than PMS. AMCs with at least 3 years of operation and an AUM of rupees 10,000 crores can launch SIFs. This will include investment options of equity, debt, and hybrid. This will cater to HNIs with a minimum investment limit being 10 lakh rupees. The risk within each category is transparent to the investor through a risk band, wherein level 1 is the lowest risk and level 5 is the highest risk category. I will make a separate video detailing everything about this investment avenue very soon. If you want any financial planning consultancy, of course, we at the Fintelligent Investor have a team of experts who can assess your requirements and guide you in a proper way. Our email ID is given in the description. You can email us if you require a team of experts to assess your case. New commission norms for distributors. SEBI has brought in a new rule for mutual fund distributors to stop mis-selling of funds. In today's day and time, investors can invest in mutual funds directly through some apps. I guess you know that. But when it comes to money and investment, we cannot take our decisions lightly, but we have to go through experienced professionals. So, what we do? Most of us invest with the help of a mutual fund distributor. Basically, a person who can guide you where to invest your money in the right manner. In return for his services, he earns a small commission. This is actually a very small amount, but cumulatively it becomes a noteworthy figure. Here, what was happening, of course, I will not generalize this statement, but in every field, there will be some over smart people who will try to take advantage of some loophole and try to sell those products which may attract higher commission. So, what these people used to do, they will tell, sir or ma'am, you have invested in this particular fund, which is not great. I will tell you a better fund, say an NFO, and you invest in that. And generally, this new fund would be the one with a higher commission. So now what did SEBI tell? SEBI has brought in a rule that when an investor switches from an existing scheme to a new NFO within the same AMC, then the distributors will get lower commission of the two schemes. Here this applies only on a switch from an existing scheme to a NFO. If the investor puts fresh investment in NFO, then of course The distributor will also get the relevant commissions. But if they switch to an NFO within an existing AMC, then the distributor will get lower of the two commissions. This will ensure that distributors do not push NFOs solely for the sake of higher commissions. This will also ensure that investors are not made to keep on switching money from existing funds to NFOs. If you have ever been advised by any mutual fund distributor to switch from an existing fund to an NFO, then today you have realized that you have been put a nice nama just because the distributor wanted to earn that extra commission. NFOs to face stricter timelines. Effective from April 1st, SEBI has laid down rules that asset management companies will have to deploy funds raised through NFOs, that is, new fund offers, within 30 business days of allotment of units. This is being done to ensure that the funds collected during an NFO are used as per the asset allocation mentioned in the scheme information document. In cases where the deployment is not possible in 30 business days, the AMCs may seek an extension of another 30 business days subject to investment committee approval. The committee has to assess the reason for the delay in granting an extension and review the steps taken to resolve such an issue. Even after all this, which means even after this extended period of 30 days, that is a total of 60 business days, if the funds remain undeployed, then SEBI has imposed certain restrictions on these AMCs, like the AMC cannot accept fresh investment in the scheme until the deployment is completed. The investors need to be given an exit option without an exit load. The AMC must inform all the investors about the delay and exit option via email, SMS, or other communication methods. Any deviation must be reported to the trustees. This particular rule will help to ensure greater transparency and accountability within the mutual fund industry and can offer a more efficient investment experience to the investors. Before going ahead, let me request you, if you feel our videos are knowledgeable, please hit the subscribe button and press the bell icon so that you will get timely notifications of our future videos as well, which we will articulate in a very simple and easy language. DigiLocker for tracking investments. From April 1st, investors will be able to store and fetch their shareholdings and mutual fund holding statements from their demat account and cash statements through their DigiLocker. Yes, SEBI is integrating DigiLocker, which can consolidate your demat and mutual fund holdings at one place, which can not only help more efficient storage and ability to access your holdings faster, but it will also help to reduce the mess of unclaimed mutual funds, shares, and other investments. Your investment documents stored in the DigiLocker will have the same legal standing as physical original documents under the Information Technology Act of 2000. As per this new development, one can store and access investment statements in DigiLocker, and investors can also nominate a DigiLocker user who can be notified upon an investor's demise. And if the nominee is also listed in the demat or mutual fund account, they will also be able to initiate transmission to the legal heir. Even though we are in the era of dematerialization, there is still a concern of consolidating all your investments at one place. This particular integration will greatly reduce such a concern and help to have all your investments stored and accessible at one place. This will also simplify the access to the nominees, thereby reducing the unclaimed assets by making investments easily trackable. Conclusion. The four new developments which we discussed today definitely shows a holistic approach by the SEBI to make the whole investment atmosphere more transparent, more efficient, and easier to navigate. While on one hand, a new investment category will be introduced, on the other hand, the rules for NFOs will also be stricter in favor of the investors. The new rule in distributor commission also ensures that investor interests are placed above mis-selling for the purpose of higher commissions. And finally, a big mess of unclaimed investments will also be largely cleaned up by integrating DigiLocker infrastructure to ensure better consolidation, storage, and access of investments. I hope this video was educative and useful to you and will help you in your investment journey. Please like the video if you felt that the content in the video was useful and helpful, as well as share it with your friends and family to spread the financial literacy. We will continue to come up with more such educative videos in personal finance. Till then, stay subscribed, stay connected. Thank you.